Okay, I'm working on something here to expand the capability of my bench top. Sometimes this hole spacing just does not quite work for me. The other thing is that because of my steel frame that's underneath this, I lose a row of dog holes here. I can't get my clamp in that, so until I get to the outside, both outside holes are good, but not this inside row. This row is fine, except that I can't go all the way around because of that, again, of that steel frame there, and this way because of the extrusion. I can go this way if I clamp on the extrusion. So sometimes when I'm doing panel work, like I said, this pattern just doesn't work out for me, so I wanted to do something here that with aluminum extrusions that would give me the capability of basically clamping anywhere along this extrusion just by sliding my clamp, locking it down and be good to go. So then there's the issue of, will this be in the way? I'm going to address that later on here. I think I can come up with a creative clamping solution that will be below the surface of the workpiece. So first of all, I want to just be able to attach these to my bench top. And with that being said, I'm doing it this way with these pieces here. So they'll have a couple of screws running through them. Then I can then attach them to the table with a clamp anywhere along the edge of the extrusion now, because this can also move. And then I've got to get that just below the surface so that doesn't interfere with the work either. So you'll have to use your X-ray vision here. I've made these up. What I did was I put three dominoes in here and then clamped them up. Now I'm just going to get my sanding station out, sand them up, make them look pretty, and then come back. So the dominoes I used were 4 by 20 millimeter. 3 of them each along the edge here. Drill and countersink for 1/4 inch flathead bolts, flathead socket bolts. And here's a closer look at these little jigs I'm making, just to give you a close-up look at it before I sand them, and put an X on the bottom of this one to make sure I show you the same one. Alright, got them cleaned up. You can see there's the X. And I'm really liking the way that belt sander works on something like this anyway. I mean, the joints are just beautifully flushed up now, nice and smooth edges. So there, it's nice and flat on the table. Tighten up my bolts here. I may have to shorten these. I think they're just a hair too long. They don't bottom out in the extrusion, but I'd like a little clearance. So you can see that that's nice and tight to the top. I'll be able to bring my clamp through one of these holes. Let me do this here. Yeah, I can use that one. You can see my other one down here, and if this were, if I were setting this up to use it, this would be on the outside, not on the inside. But regardless, even so, I'd still have all of this area out here to work with too. I could extend my extrusion out and work out here with no clamp interference at all. So anyway, let's just, I mean, that is rock solid, and I could make it even more solid if I put one on the other side, but there's really no need. I mean, that could handle any amount of work I want to do on that. And then you can see if I did have a workpiece out here, I could clamp have my other extrusion on this side, and now this is wide open here. So you can see what I can do. This would take this bolt out. That's actually, I'd have it turn around, but this edge would be wide open. I could have all three edges here open to do whatever I needed to do. Drilling, jigsaw. That's gonna be great. By moving the clamps to the center, I'm able to access these bolts from both either side of the clamp. Gives me the ability to do that. Slide that extrusion out to, the last one there, and then I can lock them back up. Lock that one up. Go to work. So if I move that up, I don't think I'd want to have it any closer than right here. The more spacing you have, obviously the more stiffness you'd have. But that's a nice feature as well. This clamping system is amazing. I was thinking about using cam clamps here, but these wedges, you can't beat it. It's just, I mean, that is not moving. And the versatility I'll have with the able to move these widthwise and my stops lengthwise, I can't imagine working on panels or glued up doors, that type of thing. That's the other thing that I see this as being very valuable, is being able to glue up like a big door and just use the wedges as clamps to pull things together. So I'm very happy with this this setup. I can't tell you how flexible it's going to be. So I was going through my drawers and found some stock that I milled up for stops, and I can definitely use some more of those. I'm going to make some wedges that are 1/4 inch thick rather than these 1/2 inch ones. Generally the work I do is with 3/4 inch stock or thicker, but this is a piece of 1/2 inch ply in here. And let me just show you something here. I can get this wedge out. That's how tight it is. There we go. So when you look at this piece of plywood here, it's got a twist to it. So when I push it up to the stops, and I brought my shims in, or shims, my wedges. Incidentally, I made these to be matched pairs. That's a match pair. I don't know where the other, let me see if I can find these. I'll be right back. Okay, there are all my matched sets of wedges. So what I was doing here was I had two sets here, but I also found this one here, which is large enough to span just about the whole width here. I'll try that later. But anyway, you can see that the plywood's got a pretty good twist to it. So putting my wedges in here, I'm able to basically take that down and pull that out of it. Now it's as flat as can be. Yeah, it's nice and tight. And the wedges are having that effect of obviously tightening it up to the stops, but I'm able to tap it down and flatten it out on the extrusions here. So that's just going to be beautiful. Love it. So I want to make some more stops, but if you're interested in doing something like this, I think this system could be used literally anywhere. You could, like I say, you could clamp it to from underneath to sawhorses or countertops or anything. So basically what I have here is a portable workbench that can go anywhere. And I'm excited about using this thing down the road. Thanks for watching.